Hello friends, welcome to the channel TittleConnect.com. So today in this session we will discuss about the REST and spread operator of JavaScript. So what is REST and what is spread operator and how they differ and where to use and why to use. So basically we will discuss both of them. Okay. So we have the REST operator and spread operator, both are denoted with three dots. Okay. Okay. So how can you understand that whether it is REST or spread operator and where to use? Okay, so in short word you can remember that rest is used in arrow function mainly. Okay, and it should be used in the last argument. Okay, so we have an example here. Let's suppose we have a normal function sum and we will have to add some value. Okay, then it will return a plus b. Okay, now we will console with some value, console.log, and we will have some and some parameters, let's suppose 2 and 3. So the output is now 5. Let's suppose what will happen if you have multiple parameters and you should have make it this method dynamic, so it can accept multiple arguments. Okay, so let's suppose if you want to add like this, or if you like this. Okay, so what will happen? So you may have to write like c d, so that is difficult to write. Okay, so for that you can do you don't have to pass anything, just you have to use the arguments, okay, of the argument keywords which is inbuilt in JavaScript. Okay, so what you will do for let I of arguments. Okay, and here you will have let sum equal to 0, and then you will s plus u equal to I. Okay, and then you will return s. So we will get whatever the value we will pass will be dynamic. The number of arguments will be now dynamic. So you can anytime you can add with dynamic number of arguments. So you can check here all console what you have in arguments. You can check here. You can see you have all the values passed here in your arguments. Okay. So what will happen if you have arrow function here? Okay, let's suppose let sum equal to okay, let you have some arrow function here. So what in console you are getting as arguments is something different. Okay, that means you are not getting the exact arguments what you are going to receive. Okay, this means this arguments is receiving the arguments from the global scope. That means in which scope this sum is defined, it is getting that argument in console. Okay, so for that what you will do, you have to use the rest operator here. Okay, so for rest you can do like this, arg, anything you can name. Okay, then you will use this. Okay, so now you are getting exactly what you require. Okay, that means in arrow method we don't have arguments. Okay, that means arguments will not work inside your arrow method. So in this case you will have to use rest operator, in which you have to just write the triple dot and you have to pass any variable name, and you will get all the values inside your that variable. Okay, let's suppose if you have variable a and b here, and then after you have rest operator. Okay, so what you will get inside, you will get from 4, that means 2 and 3 will be stored in a and b, and then after the rest thing will be assigned to this argument. So that's why it is called rest. That means the rest parameter will be assigned to the rest operator. Okay, so this is the use of rest operator. Okay, now we will come to the spread operator. So basically spread operator is used for transforming from one form to another, or to another object. Okay, so for that we will have some examples here. Okay, so what we will do, let's suppose we have a console log and we will have math.sum, or you can say max. There is no sum. Okay, so what we will do, we will have some value here, and let's suppose 2 3 2 5 6. Okay, so you are getting 6 as a result. What, so now this is the fixed that you can pass only 3. Let's suppose you have to pass another, then you have to like this, then you have to like this. But let's suppose you have an array. Okay, array of numbers, and then you want to get the max from it. Let array equal to, and this is in array, let's suppose this is in your array, and you want to get the maximum from this array. Okay, so for that, if you will pass it, you will get null. Okay, that means array will not directly work inside your array dot max. For that, what you will do, you will use the spread operator. Okay, so you will do like this. Okay, this will now convert it the exact whatever the parameter required in the max. Okay, so basically this will transform your this array into the exact match whatever is required in your max. Okay, so this is one of the example. Now we will come to the another example. Okay, so let's suppose we have another one more array here, p, and we have some value here, and we want to get the max from this one now, both from both of them. Okay, so we have b here. Okay, so what you will do, you will just simply write comma, and you will pass the another value, means another b. Okay, with spread operator. Okay, so here is one spread and another spread, so we have passed. So like this you can have multiple spread operators here, and you can basically you can concat this two array basically inside, and this will give your output. Okay, so now what will happen, let's suppose you have here some value, then here some value, and then we have 99 here, and here you will have 90. See, this is also working because this will work as a normal parameter, and this will convert into normal parameter for max, and then this will be the normal for passing, and this will be the again the spread operator, and this will normal. Okay, so all will be combined to create the normal parameters which was required for max, and it will then take out the max from them. And 99 is, you can say 99 is the max, so it is getting the 99 as max. So this is the second requirement of using the spread. Okay, now what we will do, okay, spread operator can also be used to, let's suppose you have a string equal to return connect, and you want to convert this string into character array. That means we have separate DRIADL in form of array. So you can use the spread operator in this scenario as well. Okay, console.log, you can write an array here, and you will have string. Okay, you can see we have an array here, and we have passed the spread operator with s. Okay, which is string. Okay, so you will get this one in response. That means if you want to convert a string into array, character array, you can use in the shortest way. Okay, so basically this will transform your into the array. Okay, so this is the second scenario. Now the third is, if you want to have copy something from another to another way. Let's suppose if you want create a copy array to another array, but you don't want to keep the reference for that. Let's suppose with example we have 1 2 3, let 2 3 4, and let we have another array, new array equal to, how can we create the new array? So for that, if you want to create the copy of that array, you can just write like this. Okay, so if you console this one, console.log a, and then you will have b. Okay, now you will have the same in each. Okay, now what will happen if you put some value to a, like 44, and if you push it, so you can see it is not pushing into any new array because it doesn't give the reference of first one. It just creates the clone with no reference from that. Okay, so if you want to push in NA, then again it will not reflect in A. Okay, that means there is no dependency of the reference, okay, between them. So that's why you can create a new object clone without reference in using the spread operator. Okay, so you can also check this one with your like you can check whether it is exact or not. So if you write console.log json.stringify, let's suppose you can do with a and check whether it is equal with new array, then the result will be true, because in this scenario both will be the same value because we are converting into the string. But what will happen if you compare the normal array? Okay, then you will get false because in this case both the differences are different. That's why we have false here. Okay, that means if you create a new clone from existing, then it will create a new memory reference. Okay, it will not refer to first one. Okay, similarly happens if you want to use with the JSON object. So you have a JSON here, and let's suppose equal to 1, b equal to 2, and c equal to 3. Okay, we have a JSON and we want to create the clone. New JSON equal to, we will have like this, and we have s here. Okay, and you will have console.log s and s. Okay, so you can see both are same, but what will happen if you will add something value to s dot cd, d equal to 4. So you can see it will update in the first one, it will not update in the second one because it will not create have the reference of this one inside this one. That means it will create a new separate object which don't have a reference with the first one memory. Okay, so this one will have separate reference and this will have separate reference memory. It will not refer to the exact what is inside this s. Okay, similarly you can check the with JSON stringify. What will happen if you have s here equal to JSON dot stringify with new JSON. So you will get here true because there is no difference between them. Okay, now what will we do? We will have to copy check with simple without converting to JSON. So what will happen? Okay, now you will get false because this is not the same reference. Okay, that's why it will returning false here. Okay, that means in summary what we have learned today. So REST operator is basically used in arrow function, and yes, it should be in last. That means if you have a REST operator inside your arrow function, you can have the arrow REST operator at the last parameter. Okay, because if you write it in the first, then it will throw error that all the parameters will be assigned to the REST one. Okay, so in spread, what we will see, if you want to create a new array from existing, okay, similarly create an object from the existing, you can create a deep clone object. That means it will not have the reference from the source from where you are cloning. Okay, so these were basically the examples of REST and spread operator. Hope you will understand what you will learn today. Okay, and subscribe our channel to get more videos on the JavaScript topics, and stay tuned. Thank you for watching.